What's up, everybody? My name is Tatiana. Welcome back to my channel. And I'm glad to be back on my mental health check-in today. I am feeling wonderful. This week is flying by. I don't know if it's because it's a pay week. It's something about a pay week that just move real quick to me. On them weeks where it's just like, damn, because I get paid bi-weekly now and I fucking hate it. But on them weeks where it's just like, it's not coming fast enough. Y'all know what I mean. Like, it just dragged by. But nah, today, Thursday, the 26th, it's been smoothly running along. It's raining outside. My perfect kind of weather. If you hear some extra noise in the background, okay, I'm about to put y'all in my business real quick. So I literally have the fan and the heat and the space heater on at the same time. And I could fucking do that. And that's my motherfucking business. Cause you know why? I need my toes toasty and I need my upper body cool. If that makes sense. I know I'm probably wasting a lot of goddamn energy right now, but guess what? My what is it? My national grid bill, my utility bill was actually cheaper than my Wi-Fi was last month. That's how much I don't be using shit. Like, I be in the crib in the goddamn dark. Don't fucking play with me. But anyway, on my mental health check-in, I'm feeling really great, feeling lovely. It's the perfect kind of season around this motherfucker. Fall has officially arrived. Shout out to the soon come of October. It's spooky goddamn season. It's looking real spooky in these streets. We're about to get into some things today. Now, I don't typically talk about celebrity gossip and stuff like that. Like, I stay away from the Diddy situation, all of that. I stay away from that stuff because, like I said, on my platform, on this rebrand, I really wanted to make my stuff about me. I didn't want to make it about nobody else. I wanted to make about my experiences and, just new things that I would, apply to my life moving forward. But I want to sit and actually talk about this Cardi and Offset situation and their nasty little, I guess you could call it a divorce, or split that has been displayed all over these internet goddamn streets as of today. Or maybe yesterday. To be honest, I don't know when the fuck it started. I just know that all down my goddamn timeline, I'm either seeing Diddy, Cardi, or Offset. But the reason why I wanted to come on here and talk about the cautionary tale of Cardi and Offset is because obviously from the very beginning, their relationship was very toxic. They had very early on rushed into things very fast, very soon. I believe they married very quickly, and he was already cheating from the gate, right? Cardi knew exactly what she was getting into when she got with this guy. Now, she is younger than me, and I don't want to say like, she's dumb and all this, that, and the third, and da-da-da. Because listen, I done been foolish too. I done stayed with a nigga who done cheated. I done cheated back. All of the motherfucking things. All of the things. So I'm not about to sit up here and act like I'm on some high horse of morality, because I'm not. You know what I'm saying? I'm really not. But what I can say is, it's a level to my shit. Like, there's still certain stuff that when we reach a certain kind of level in disrespect within a relationship, there's shit that I'm never doing for a man. Internally, I clock that shit in my head. If a nigga do something to me, internally I'm saying, I'm never doing this, and this. I'm automatically clocking it. Right? And when a nigga, to me, within a relationship, has inserted anybody within our relationship, whether he is humped on that woman or not, if he's using triangulation, if he's trying to make me jealous, all of these different kind of things, like I am definitely going to put him in a certain kind of category, and he's definitely going to get a certain kind of energy moving forward. But he's definitely giving me the green light for me to do me. Whether he knows that or not, it's his whatever. I don't care. Once I find out a man is moving a particular kind of way, I'm automatically doing me. Facts. There's nothing to discuss because you didn't discuss your whereabouts and your doings with me, so I don't feel like I need to do them with you. Now, this is the old me, so don't judge, motherfucker. But what I can say in this situation is a couple of different things. Let's first start out by the back and forth of her saying, and I don't even know if these text messages are true or not, but actually let's start out with him. well, no, let's start out with her. She got on her live. She said some different kind of things or whatever the case may be. And he said, something to the effect of like, you was fucking on another nigga while you was pregnant. And then she tweeted and did with a whole bunch of exclamation marks, right? Now, to be honest, let me say this. Offset has been cheating the entire time within a relationship. I think it's crazy to be fucking on a nigga that who didn't get you pregnant while you're pregnant. But at the same time, I cannot get mad at how somebody decides to react to disrespect when it comes to somebody else. Like if I'm messing with a dude and he disrespect me, he can't say, oh, you should have never disrespected me in this. Bitch, you don't have no authority to tell me on which level I could take it with the disrespect. Because as soon as you violate it, I always say this, as soon as you go low, I'm going to fucking hell. And niggas never believe it until it actually happened. They really be feeling like you bluffing until they figure out like you really that. Right? But that's where it all started from. And then there was another tweet following about her saying, and I don't know if this one is true or not, but she was like, I'm not going back and forth or arguing with a nigga who I done had my fingers in. Now, let me tell you something, right? I feel like that kind of shit is like a kind of like low blow. Because first of all, like I said, there's certain kind of shit, even if I fall out with a nigga, that I'm never going to do. Like all of the stuff that they doing with the whole back and forth and crashing out and shit on the internet. Like I'm going to crash out with the nigga to his face. I'm going to violate the fuck out of him. He is going to have a permanent stain on him when it comes to me. And I'm going to leave him with a permanent stain mentally and emotionally with the words that I said to him. But I'm not taking that shit to the internet. I don't need to embarrass you. You already embarrassed because I already done blew your shit the fuck up to your face. You know the conversations we had. You know how I'm giving it up when I'm talking to you. So I don't need to go to the internet with that shit because at the end of the day, the people on the internet are just there for speculation and they don't get shit but a good giggle out of that. That shit don't mean nothing to them. In the next couple of days, somebody is going to be the next topic of discussion, to be honest with you. So putting other people in your business and telling what you do in the bedroom with another person and shit like that, I think that shit is corny. But I also think that, you know, Offset also getting out here and publicly cheating on his girl and doing all of this other shit, stupid shit. I think that's stupid too. But again, I can't tell somebody how to act when it comes to being disrespected. If Cardi felt like out of all of these years, I done tolerated all of this different kind of shit, which she didn't have to do. But you know, as women, like I said, we will lie to ourselves. A nigga ain't gotta lie. A woman will lie to herself when it comes to the man that she likes or loves if she really want to be with him. And we gotta foolishly stop doing that. But at the same time, it's like, yo, you knew exactly who this man was. So you didn't have to sit there and tolerate it for all of them years, but you did. And I could understand that, right? Because I done took a nigga back who done cheated before. I'm not gonna motherfucking hold you. I also done got my lick back too. Yeah. I'm not playing them games. Like I said, once we cross the line of, oh, this is how we moving, I'm moving a particular kind of way. You could forget, even I could be huggable on you, all of that other stupid ass shit. You could forget that I give a fuck about you to whatever degree you think I do. I promise you, I don't give a fuck as much as you think. If I let you slide and I got back with you, one thing about it, if I don't trust you, bitch, you should never trust me. You should never trust me. But if I trust you, listen, my word is bond. My actions is gold. You ain't never got to worry about me because solid people is hard to come by. So if I know a nigga ain't moving a particular kind of way when it comes to me and I can definitely trust this nigga with my body and my feelings, oh yeah, you get the best treatment in the world. As soon as you move outside of that, oh yeah, we moving how we want to move. We shaking how we want to shake. That's where we at with it. That was the old me. Now, a lot of people wouldn't even try to pay me to be this kind of person because, like I said, I don't talk about my personal business and all this and a third. But having this podcast, like, I don't mind opening up to y'all a little bit. So, yeah, I did a lot of, unbecoming things in the past. And I've definitely fucked on a nigga. But like I said, I got a threshold to the shit. There's certain kind of shit. Once a nigga does something to me, I will never give him access to. And that's my motherfucking womb. There is only one man on this planet who could ever say he got me pregnant. That was back when I was 19 years old. And he's so fucking far removed, niggas would be like, you used to fuck with him? Like, dead ass. Like, nobody, unless you knew me around that time, you would never know who he was. But that's the only nigga who could ever say, like, yeah, I got her pregnant. Like, that's my baby mother. You know what I'm saying? And she just decided to get rid of kids. Like, he's the only person who could ever say that throughout all of my motherfucking years. But after that, I strictly have told myself, if a man is not treating you a particular, even if I had the little thought in the back of my head, like maybe I might change my mind about motherhood. If a man is not treating me a particular kind of way and he's not consistent in his ways, he could never be my child's father. I got to look up to you as a man and admire you as a human being if I'm going to let you put your fertilizer in me. Are you shitting me? So the fact that Cardi went out her way to have not one, not two, but 3 fucking kids by this nigga, that's where she fucked up. Because this nigga got on the internet and tweeted, oh, you my BM. I won. That's where shit's not funny no more. That's where I would have got a little bit enraged. Like, what the fuck do you mean by, oh, yeah, I made you a BM. Like, you my BM. Like, I won. Like, oh, so you telling me you weaponized this whole situation. A nigga, you know what's crazy? Sometimes the person who's laying next to you whole time is your biggest fucking op. He's your biggest fucking op. And listen, anybody can get got. This is why I told y'all the reason why we're having this conversation is because I've been talking about the dream woman shit, right? Cardi B is somebody's dream woman. Even if it's not Offset, she's somebody's dream woman, right? She's successful. She's attractive. You know what I'm saying? She has, talent, I guess. She's made a name for herself. She got millions of dollars. She has she's a star-studded celebrity. And seemingly Offset is the same. You know what I'm saying? He's not as big of a celebrity as her, but he has star quality as well. You know what I'm saying? He comes from a very infamous group, the Migos. And you know what I'm saying? We're not going to act like he don't have motion because he do. But this is what I'm saying. You may think you're the dream woman to a nigga. Whole time he's playing you like you a regular bitch. They acting like they acting like they back in the fucking Bronx or back in the hood some fucking where. This shit is embarrassing. You know, if I had all of that power, all of that celebrity, all of that access to different kind of thing, bitch, I would be moving like Lori Harvey and fucking Beyonce out this shit. Mum's the motherfucking word. Wouldn't motherfucker know any of my goddamn business. And I would just move on swiftly and professionally. And when I pop out with my new nigga, it's gonna be a better one. Oh, for sure. It's gonna be a better one. Yeah. And we gonna cause a scene. But the thing I told myself I would never do is allow a nigga access to my womb. I might fuck on a nigga again if he cheat. I ain't gonna hold you. In the past, I would have definitely let it happen. Not now. Because I'm more protective over my body than I ever been. But I may have let a nigga fuck, in the past. And he could have slid with the get back with the get back. Yeah. The feelings was definitely gone. The feelings was gone. I'm not gonna hold you. I could give a fuck if you stay, you go, whatever. I could care less. I came back and I'm entertaining this situation because of the dick, respectfully, and because you put money in my pocket. That's it. I'm treating you like you super regular. But the thing women gotta be more diligent about is understanding, like, some of these niggas come into your life to disrespect you. That's the only reason why they come into your life, is to disrespect you and humble the fuck out of you. And there is no better way than to humble a fucking woman than to pump a couple of babies in her and to get on the goddamn internet talking about you my baby mother. I won. Weaponizing that dick and weaponizing the fact that he breeded you as many times as he breeded your ass. Yes. Miss Semen Reciprocal and Pleasure Source. And now you're stuck being a single mother from a nigga you already knew wasn't shit. It's like, yo, if you gonna fuck with a nigga, you know he not shit, have fun, whatever, do your big one. But bringing kids into this shit is crazy to me. It's crazy to me. I would never allow a nigga who cheated on me to ever say that he's my child's father. He would have had to do his big one after the fact. But like during, while we're single, while ain't no kids involved or whatever, he out here doing whatever the fuck. He ain't never proved himself to be a loyal and consistent nigga and faithful. He'll never get a motherfucking kid out of me, bitch. You can go get it from another dummy. Huh? If I call your phone and I want to pull up on you, or you gonna pull up on me because I want you to fuck, like that's what we gonna do. But that's it. I'm telling, I treat these niggas like the treesh. Like once I get to a certain point, I do not give a fuck about these niggas. And that's what I'm talking about when it comes to the art of detachment. You have to prioritize the art of detachment. You have to prioritize real connection. And you have to start accepting people for who they truly are. Again, us women have foolishly lied to ourselves over and over again because we are in the delusion of trying to make a nigga into what we want him to be instead of seeing him for who he truly is. Instead of us trying to look for the perfect kind of person or transforming this man into the perfect person, we need to be transforming ourselves into who we want to see or who we want to be in a relationship. Because who you are is going to reflect who the fuck you're with. You can lie to yourself all you want to and say that it don't. It definitely fucking does. It ain't about who is coming your way. It ain't about attraction. Everybody's attracted. It's about who you entertain. The people who we fuck with are constantly a mirror to who the fuck we are. So when I was in my toxic mode, when I didn't know myself, when I thought I had confidence, but really didn't at the end of the day, because the motherfucker that's the ethereal goddess that sits before you today is confident. I may have thought I had confidence before, but I promise you, when I got in these situations with these particular kind of people, the trigger started triggering and the insecurity started coming out, and that motherfucking confidence started dissipating quickly. Because understand, if you have true confidence, you're willing to walk away from anybody who's going to purposefully disrespect you. And I stayed in situations far too motherfucking long with people who disrespected me because I just knew I could inspire them to be a better person than they were. And the thing is, I ain't they goddamn mammy. I don't need to be inspiring a nigga to do a motherfucking thing as far as being a better person is concerned if he already don't want to be that. You can inspire your man, sure. But if he don't want that for himself, if he feels like however he treating you is the best that he can motherfucking do and it's not good enough for you, you have to fucking walk away. So before she popped out all of them kids and before she took this nigga back for the second, third, fourth, and fifth time, before bitches kept getting on the internet exposing and being on their stories in lingerie, dancing to his music and shit like that, taunting her after bitches done tried to send her ass to jail. What? Talk about crashing the fuck out. Man. She should have thought, yeah, we gonna treat this nigga like the treesh. We gonna have a good fucking time. He gonna fuck around. I'm gonna fuck around. That's just our relationship. That's what we do. And we just gonna keep this shit cute. But to give a nigga your womb, you giving up your fucking essence. You fucking up your bloodline, fucking with these dusty ass niggas. And I promise you, a nigga never catch me slipping. Ever. Not to that degree. Not to that degree. I'm not saying that a nigga can't catch me slipping on I fucked around on her. Go ahead. Go ahead. It's expected, beloved. It's expected. Again, mastering the art of detachment is just being fluid, having fun, being in the moment, not taking things too goddamn seriously. If it ain't gotta be serious, you gotta have a balance of the two. You have to have your boundaries, but you also have to be fluid enough to be like, yo, I'm enjoying myself right now. I'm not trying to take anything on too fast, too soon, too quick, because all of that shit just messes up the flow of things. If it ain't in a natural vibe and it ain't in a natural state, I just don't want to have it. But we get caught up in these bum ass situations because we're not asking enough questions soon enough. Because we want to be in our delusion of liking a nigga how we want to like him. Instead of asking him the tough questions that'll really reveal who the fuck this nigga really is. And it'll probably make you run for the goddamn hills, but you don't want to do that because you think he cute. You don't want to do that because the nigga gassing your head up, love bombing you, and stroking your goddamn ego. You don't want to do that because the nigga drop off, a couple of dollars, pay some rent here and there, get your hair and nails done and shit like that. He paying you all the kind of attention that he want in order to, get you under the wing. And that shit be cute for a little while until you run into a situation where you got to have a serious conversation with somebody, or something happens and y'all discussing some shit and you like, ew, I don't like the way you think. Those are your values? Disgusting. How did I end up showing this nigga every crease and crevice of my goddamn body, but I hate the way this nigga think? I promise you, moving forward, a nigga who thinks he could be allowed access or touch my motherfucking body, I gotta trust him, not love him, because I don't believe in a nigga needing to love me. I believe in him needing to respect me. But I don't need you to love me, baby. I promise you, I love me enough for the both of us. I promise you I do. I don't need your love. And because a lot of the times men can't emotionally, manipulate me with the love shit, they don't see me as a viable option. Because when a man thinks that he can't emotionally manipulate you, when you're not acting out a particular kind of way, when you're not triggered by the things that he's doing, and he can't sway you up, down, left, right, and you just so goddamn stoic, it just makes his ass itch. Why can't I fucking have her bothered? And that should be, it's crazy when a nigga heal. He gonna get tired of wanting to be that kind of way towards women to see like if she really cares about him. Because I think that niggas do that to see, not only one, is it power, but what it implies when a woman reacts in a particular kind of way, whether she's being triangulated, whether he's like cheating or doing stupid shit and, she's blowing up on him or whatever the case is. What that implies is that you really care about him. Because a woman who don't care either gonna get ghosted or she just never gonna bring it the fuck up. She don't care. The opposite of love is indifference. It's not hate. Love and hate is quite literally the same thing, just different degrees. I promise you it is. So sometimes you ever had a conversation with somebody and they be like, I beat the fuck out of you because I love you. They really mean that. In their head, they really mean that shit. It's the same kind of intensity and passion. It's just met with a different kind of emotion, but it's the same goddamn thing. And I know it probably don't make sense to a lot of people, and I'm not making excuses for violence. That's not what I'm saying. But the opposite of love is indifference. The opposite of love is I don't give a fuck about what you do, who you do, how your life is, or where it's going. I'm a ghost, bitch. Huh? So again, when people realize that they can't emotionally disrupt you, have you acting out and doing all of this different kind of shit, they feel a different kind of way. I promise you, I keep it super P with niggas. I may have crashed out to a nigga face, but you'll never catch me on the internet blowing up shit, because there was a time, regardless of if I fell out with you and I feel like you a fuck nigga, I'm still a solid ass woman at the end of the day, and you'll never be able to take that away from me. I'm never talking about nothing that I did in the bedroom with you that'll probably have you looking a particular kind of way to the public. I'm never talking about private conversations that you may have told me about shit that have maybe happened in your past. I never do that shit to you because, bitch, I loved you at one point. And if I said it, then I fucking meant it. I don't do that shit for you. I do that shit for me. Because again, the public being privy of what the fuck is going on in your relationship is just there for shits and giggles. For niggas just to cackle at for a momentary moment. And at the end of the day, you look stupid. If you talked about you putting fingers in a nigga ass or whatever holes you putting it in, and you consented to that, like, and you enjoyed it, like, what's the issue? Like, bitch, if I was a nigga, I'd be like, bitch, you could never embarrass me because you was literally down there being a willing participant. So what we talking about? So you can't shame me for some shit that you did not once, twice, but a couple of different fucking times. Huh? What we talking about? Because if I was a nigga, I'm like, well, you wasn't saying shit when you was eating my dick up, when that shit was in the back of your throat and my balls was hitting the fucking top of your fucking forehead when I had you linked over the goddamn bed. Yeah, let's talk about, like, if I was a nigga, I would have the smoothest rebuttal, bitch. Like, You not about to shame me for shit I do sexually. Huh? Two consenting adults having sex, man and woman, ain't nothing gay about nothing. Two heterosexual people having sex in whatever way they decide to have it is straight sex. I don't give a fuck if I don't give a fuck if Cardi put on a strap and fuck that nigga. She fucked that nigga, not a he. He just like penetration. A nigga wanting his asshole penetrated is actually pretty fucking normal. I'm gonna say it's pretty fucking normal for a nigga to orgasm from his fucking asshole. And if you're too immature to hear that shit, then you need to take your ass back to the kiddie pool. Because it's a fact. Y'all motherfuckers be talking about y'all free codes. Y'all not free codes for real. My nigga, listen. The one thing I could say about me is even if a nigga was into that shit, I'm not. If I was uncomfortable with doing, if you're uncomfortable with doing particular kind of things to a guy, you still never shame him for his sexual urges or the things that he wants to do. You could easily just say like, nah, I'm not really into that or whatever the case may be. But if you're really not into it and you doing it just because it's your nigga, and then you turn around and flip it and act like, you try to call the nigga be a fake gay or try to call the nigga, bitch, he not gay because he fucked you. You was fucking him. So that's not that's not a real dig for real. But getting back to it, crashing out, doing all of this other extra shit on the internet or whatever, this is exactly what the fuck I mean when I say, like, a nigga could have never had me in my bag so much to where I got on the internet and I'm just wilding the fuck out. Trust me, there has been moments, motherfucker. There has been moments where I wanted to do a nigga grit. I mean, filthy, bitch. And I could have really done so, but I still never did because I said, yo, T, you still a solid motherfucker at the end of the day. Fuck these niggas. Pay these niggas dust. Because if I did, it implies that I care too goddamn much. The niggas who are attracted to that toxicity until they motherfucking heal, until they actually say, you know what? I don't want a woman who's just gonna motherfucking stroke my ego or take me back every single time or, curse me out and call me everything but a child of God and all this, then a third. As soon as the disrespect happens with that particular kind of woman, like, I'm gonna leave. I don't find it attractive that she yelling, screaming, and carrying on and doing all this, then a third. When that man heals, if he does, he's going to find the woman attractive who has her boundaries, who has her standards, who really don't give a goddamn about how you feel about her. She got her goals, her career and everything set before her. And she's not going to abandon that just because you step in the picture. You trying to be a part of her world. She not playing side character to you. She's quite literally the main character in her own universe. And you, Mr. Pursuer, gotta ask for a spot to sit into her shit. So if you want to have a normal reality, because people will laugh and joke about motherfuckers wanting to be alone and shit like that. Listen, it's peaceful as fuck. Just because you're alone, it don't mean you're lonely. I be out in this I be in this crib thugging and motherfucking bugging, bitch. I have a great time by my goddamn self. I'm not even gonna hold y'all. But if me having an average relationship with an average ass nigga means that I'm gonna be on the internet crashing out and doing all of this different kind of shit when I got millions of fucking dollars on the line and all of this other stuff, and I'm acting like I'm still back in a fucking hood, the fuck is it good for? What is it good for? Have your fucking boundaries. Know what you are. Because listen, the one thing about it is never say what you wouldn't do. I had to learn that very early on. Never say what you wouldn't do. A lot of people say, oh, I'll never take back anybody who never cheated on me. I mean, I'll never take back somebody who cheated on me and blah, 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 until they get cheated on and they so emotionally attached to this person. Because I promise y'all, most of the time, what you have with a person is attachment. It's not a connection. A lot of people are like that. Why do you think most relationships fail? Because most people be love bombing the fuck out of each other, rushing into things too fast, too soon, and don't get to know who each other truly are. And for the people who actually really do stick it out in the for the long term, it's one or two people. They either miserable as fucking saying to themselves, you know what, we done been in this shit long enough, like we might as well stay in it. Like, I'm not trying to get comfortable and start over with somebody else. Or you actually get the people who actively work through their shit. Like, I know you're a flawed motherfucker, and I know I'm flawed too, but I'm willing to grow with you. I'm really willing to show up every fucking day. I'm willing to respect you on the days where I don't want to respect your ass. And we're going to push through this shit. Those are the only two kind of couples that's out there. I promise you. The very miserable and the very forward. That's it. But we know what kind of people, Offset and Cardi are. Listen, I'm telling you, any person you decide to entertain, as far as a relationship is concerned, is a mirror to who you are. If you say I hate this person, they ain't shit, that's you, baby. Everything they are, you are as well. Or things that you simply need to deal with. Because if you truly thought you were above that person, then they would be beneath you. They wouldn't even have access or proximity to you no more. And maybe this is Cardi time to realize, you know what, I do need to level up. I don't need to lock in with nobody else. I need to worry about my kids and focus on myself and, do my shit to really recenter myself again. Maybe come back, do a fire ass album, really come back and show shit like, yo, you never stopped nothing that was going on over here. And that's how it should be. Respectfully, regardless if either of them ain't dealing with each other anymore, like if you really that nigga, you really that girl, you gonna glow up regardless because that was always for you. But you are directly a mirror to who the fuck you lay down with. Don't you ever get on the internet, don't you ever talk to your friends and your family about this person crazy. I had to learn to shut the fuck up because exactly who I was fucking with was either exactly who the fuck I was or what I needed to deal with. I'm saying this person is this, that, and third, and da, 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 but I'm fucking with them now. So why didn't I get the confidence to leave? Why didn't I have the confidence to? Why didn't I have the confidence to bring it up in conversation? Why am I getting so triggered and jealous? Why am I letting this person triangulate me and other people? It's because on a deeper level, that's what I feel like I deserve. Okay? So, listen. We're going to see we will continue to see people rise and fall in their relationships, crash the fuck out on the internet, and expose all of their goddamn business. What I'm saying is keep that shit pee, move on, and don't put the internet in y'all business. I'm not saying that you can't go up on a nigga. I'm never not saying that. If a nigga violates you, I'm saying go to fucking hell with it. Do what the fuck you gotta do. Because at the end of the day, I need to let go of all of that aggression. And I need to take it out on you because you specifically are the person who caused all of this in me. It's so fucking funny to me how what's wild is nobody liked the sweet baby dove. They never liked the sweet baby dove me in a relationship. No. They may have thought it was cute or whatever, but it was boring to them. So they wanted to tee up. They wanted to cause dysfunction, and they wanted me to, turn into that gangster bitch. That's what they love. That's what they like. That I promise you, that's what they like. They fell in love with that motherfucker. They may have fell in love with the sweet girl too, but they fell in love with the bitch. I promise you they did. Because there still was a side of me, even though I was doing stupid shit, there still was a side of me that wasn't going to accept certain kind of things. But I shouldn't have been accepting shit. I should have had more confidence for myself. And I promise you, I have a lot of grace for the girl that I was before, the foolish girl that I was before. Who was very much like Cardi, taking back a nigga and entertaining him, knowing that he ain't shit. Trust me, we all done been there. I have a lot of grace for that foolish girl. But that girl is gone. I have grace for her because she only knew what she knew. She was actively trying to grow and learn, and she wasn't perfect at it, but she damn for sure did her goddamn best. And she still loved from a pure place, even if it wasn't perfect. So I never count young Tiana out. I never count her out. But that's what I'm saying, y'all. If y'all gonna be dealing with the XYs, y'all are gonna have to learn how to accept people for who the fuck they are and stop trying to make them into something that they're not. But I'm interested in what y'all want to say about the situation with Cardi B and, Offset and the whole internet situation. And to be honest with you, like, have y'all crashed out before? Have you gotten on the internet? Have you rolled down and, bent a couple of corners to somebody block, pulled up? You know what I mean? I got some stories, but like, I'm gonna leave that alone. I wouldn't even take that shit to the Patreon, to be honest with you. I done did some foolish things before. I done did some very foolish things. But again, like, I'm not at all surprised. I just move just a lot better these days. But yes, y'all get down in the comment section. Let me know what y'all think. Like, comment, share, and subscribe. Donate to the channel. Do all of the things. And I'm going to talk to y'all later.